Guys, I'm back with another video. I'm obviously not on the trail, just got done. But I just wanted to kind of go on a little rant here about a lot of different things. This is just a motivational rant. I hope everyone's doing well. Of course, we were just talking about the energy being high, and I woke up today just feeling like how about this? I feel like the energy can only last, so it's actually funny, I'm gonna talk about that. I feel like the energy can only be so high, and then it's what you do with it, right? So, I woke up feeling, I'm not gonna say low, I just felt neutral, which isn't a bad thing, but I feel like people who watch my videos, highly empathetic people, highly intuitive people, we even have a negative connotation on just even being neutral sometimes. We're very extreme people. Like I mentioned in my last video, we just need to set boundaries for ourselves, right? Let's make sure we're not, if you're going to do too much, tell yourself, hey, I'm only going to do so much for X amount of time. I'm only going to do this for X amount of time so that you don't get, because I feel like a lot of the people, empathic, intuitive people, I know, spiritual conscious, or whatever you want to say, it's like an all or nothing type of people. And I just think, like I said, this is a motivational rant. Just hey, make sure you can stay even keeled and not fall into negative patterns when you're even keeled. That's the biggest thing is what can you do when you're just neutral, when you're just completely, you're no negative thoughts, but you're vibing. You're just hey, I still want to be positive and do things to your day. And then, so even if you're neutral that day, hey, maybe those things you did that day while you're neutral will go into your next day. And then I just wanted to also point out just the thing about being stagnant. I don't want people, and that's another thing. There's nothing wrong with stagnation. I'm driving, by the way, I just got done. About to get a coffee, even though I know I shouldn't, but school and work and all that shit, man, I just need a little something. But stagnation, there's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes you won't even be able to understand what people are talking about if you're not in the right state of mind, if you're not in the right place yet. So sometimes that stagnation is a good thing, so that when you get through that stagnation period, right, that you can experience the growth, right? So then you can look at that hey, that period was beneficial for me to reach this new height, right? You're always going to hit the plateau, but guess what? Be okay with that plateau. Then while you're plateauing, that's the thing. While you're plateauing, don't give in to any negative things that come along the way, because that's the time, right? When you're wait, I'm at my peak right now, I'm plateauing, maybe I should just give up, right? That's kind of what they want you to do, right? I feel like it's very hard to stay on. I've mentioned this before. It feels like people like us are highly targeted for, like I said, porn, drugs, all types of shit, negative influences, and we need to be very weary of it because they on our ass. And I'm actually going to talk about them just in a second. Let me get this coffee real quick. I'm back. I got the coffee. So like I was saying, this reality, once us soul beings, because that's another thing. I know it's easy to get trapped in and focus on every little move they make, but listen, they're just distracting you. Like I said, I made a comment under Eddie's video, listen, they give you all the options of what anything could be. It doesn't matter what conspiracy, spirituality, religion, they give you the options to choose from. If anybody that you don't trust gives you options, that means there's none of them. Like Eddie's saying, look, this flat earth, they'll give you flat earth, they give you round earth, they give you hollowed earth, they give you concave earth, on just to make you think there's an earth. But meanwhile, it's none of the above. We in the Matrix. That's what I'm saying. Stop paying attention to this stuff. The latest thing, the artificial sun, man, I could send you see the sun, it's white now. Dude, I remember the sun being yellow. I don't know if it's because it's just because of spring, but that sun is white. It's white. I don't know if you guys been looking at it, but that's another thing. They're telling you now, artificial sun, right? Man, we know how this shit works. They have technology thousands and billions of years ahead of us. Who knows how many suns we're on? They tell you, listen, they always tell you things in past, and they want you caught up on it. They want your like emotional ties to things. You can't give them that. You can't pay attention on this shit, man. This shit, if I wasn't here today, this shit would still just be going on, right? If I could just like watch it, this would always be happening. I mean, these soulless beings, they want our souls. Like, they want to dumb us down so bad. That's why I'm saying, like, just motivationally, like, this shit is very lonely. Like, no matter what, you can be in a relationship, but you still have those moments where, like, damn, right? You always will have those moments where you're like, damn, and you're like, all right, well, back to the reality. Because at the end of the day, you're living in this reality, right? Of course, we have 1 foot in the sky, and we're thinking like, oh, well, this is how real the reality, what do you call it? This is how what's really going on. Yeah, that's what's really going on. But at the end of the day, we're still living in this matrix. We're still living in this reality. We still have to afford shit. We still got to buy things. Like, that's not going to change unless, obviously, everybody were to, get a tribe and do things together. But at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like even those type of people, we're still not trusting. We don't know. You don't know what messages people are trying to spend. That's why I say I stick to what I do. I'm a very motivational guy because I lacked that, right? So like my life mantra is I just had this conversation with my girl the other day. Like, my life mantra is be extreme, do it all, do everything I can, because I do believe in astrology in a sense where it's like, I'm a Cancer, I'm a crab, I'm a hermit, and I believe that my belief is that I won't be able to get out of my shell, right? That's like the Cancer. I can't get out. So, and I believe that. So I have to fight that belief by giving everything my 100%. Yes, it may be extreme to others, but that's what I have to do to combat this, because the reality will pin me down into making me think that. So when I'm not on my shit, it wins. I'm like, damn, I'm really like, I knew I wouldn't be able to do that, right? That's how this matrix shit works, right? It's so easy to give yourself an excuse. Oh yeah, I was never meant to do that anyway. How am I supposed to? Oh, I was never supposed to do. How am I supposed to not? Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even attempt to try, and I'm already giving myself an out. This shit is crazy. I just hope all you guys can stay strong and uplifted, because, man, this can be very, very tough. I know it is. And I just want to see all you guys succeed, no matter what you do, what's going on in your life. I appreciate you guys. All right. Like I said, it's just a little rant. It's nothing crazy. I'm not going to be talking about anything. I'll leave all the spiritual 5D matrix shit to you guys. You know what I mean? Like I said, I have experiences. I've seen the grid several times, right? I've seen the red grid. I've seen all different types. I've seen the moon get dragged across the sky like a damn, like a mouse, like drag and dropped it. I've seen any weird, reality, whatever you want to call it, like altering things. I've experienced that, lucid dream, like all that. I can attest to it. But my thing is, though, is that I'm not going to get on here and be like, yeah, this is what you did. Listen, if I don't have the information, I'm okay with learning it and taking it in and not preaching it. I know for me, I want to just uplift anyone who's down, because when you're on this path, this shit tough, lonely, depressing, paranoia, and I just want to be that voice where, you listen to me, and if I'm in good spirits and you watch my video and you're like, man, I do feel better about myself, I can do whatever I can do. That's what I want to do. I just want to help everybody out in that way I can. And then vice versa, you guys help me in a way to better myself spiritually, mentally, and anything else through you guys. All right? Appreciate you guys. Love you. I'm out.